alikuwa tu akishingi tu akinithreat, nitakupiga siku moja na kugonga.
Ndo akatoa nini a piece of cloth ndogo ya color blue, ndo akanifunga nayo mdomo na mkono.
We recognize that the issue of gender-based violence is complex. It affects families, and government cannot win this war single-handedly. All sections of our society have an important role to play, whether big or small, in preventing GBV and save the society.
Gender-based violence is a universal health, human rights and development concern.
Gender-based violence is a wide term for any form of abuse that is meted on someone. Sexual violence, physical, emotional, economic, all fall under GBV.
In most cases, these acts are perpetuated by men on women and girls. However, Kenya has expanded the definition to include violence against men and boys.
There has been a rise during the COVID-19 pandemic because the stress levels are very high. So you get people are not employed, perpetrators who are maybe going to work are idle, so they're preying on children. The ones who are going to work and earning a living are into alcoholism, so when they come back home there's a lot of domestic violence. So there's so much happening right now in terms of the pressure and the psychological health, the mental health of the country, that there's a rise in GBV.
Gender-based violence are acts of violence directed to someone based on their sex, that is male or female.
Alikuwa amesimama kwa stairs, akateremka, akasimama hapa, akatupa kadi ya ATM hapa chini. Akaniambia aje nimpeleke, alikuwa amesimama hapo, nikachukua nikapanda stairs. Kupanda nikapata ameshaenda kwa nyumba. Nikaenda kwa nyumba, nikampata alikuwa kwa baga na chokora kitu. Ndo akatoa nini a piece of cloth ndogo ya color blue, ndo akanifunga nayo mdomo na mkono. Before nifunge ndo nika scream, lakini mama alisikia late, alikuwa na shona, akasikia late na alikuwa ameshafanya hiyo kitendo.
The Sexual Offence Act No. 3 that was revised in 2007 also recognizes male as victims of gender-based violence. Recent cases indicate that men and boys also experience violence.
Kuna siku moja akapatanga pesa mahali alikuwa ametoka kazi, kumuomba pesa akaninyima, tukabidi tulale hiyo siku kama hatujapika. Usiku kafika kitu saa 7 akakuja ngambelewa, kuja katusha, akasema nataka chakula, akamwambia hakuna food, na venye hakukuwa chakula akakuja bila alikosa chakula, yani kuja kavunja kabati yo mambao, akagonga nyuma hapa kwa nanio, akanigonga tena hapa forehead hapa hivi, yani akaniumiza. Bila aliniumizanga nikaanguka chini, akaniambia leo ndio siku yako, nataka nikuue. Na sasa vile aliniambia, sasa nikaisha nguvu, nilikuwa mjamzito 8 months. Sasa juu sikuwa na nguvu, nikajaribu tu kumuondokea juu kanyumba ni single room. Anakuja pande ya kitanda na mimi naenda kwa kiti, nikikimbia kwa kiti ako kwa kitanda. Mahali nilichokea ndio nilisimama anipige. Vile alinipiga nikamshort wengine, huyo mkubwa kako 7 years. Nikakaamsha ndio kakaanza kupiga nduru, mama anauliwa. Sasa vile alipiga nduru huyo mzae akaona nimeanguka, ni kama nimezirai. Akajua alikuwa amebai kiatu mpya, kanikanyaga na hiyo kiatu nikazirai hapo chini. Sasa vile huyo mtoto aliscream, majirani wakakuja wakavunja hiyo mlango.
Gender-based cases have increased by 92% between January and December 2020, with 5,009 gender-based violence cases recorded through the national toll-free helpline, that is 1195. The most common identified cases of assault reported are attempted rape, rape and murder, sexual offences, defilement, dreadful harm, physical abuse, child marriages, psychological torture, and child neglect.
We can take, for example, a case of a child who has been defiled. So the minute that case comes to us, the first thing is to ensure this child goes to hospital, gets treatment. They're able to go through the tests, to actually first get the evidence and also know, is this really a true case? And then now, after we've realized the child needs treatment, they're given PEP, the PRC form is filled, the case is reported to the police station, and now the child goes through counseling. And then now when it comes to the justice side, the case goes to court, the perpetrator is arrested if they don't manage to escape, and now the case goes through hearing, and now there's the ruling of the case.
In Kenya, 1 in 3 female has experienced an episode of sexual violence before attaining age of 18 years, while 1 in 5 Kenyan male has experienced an episode of sexual violence before attaining the age of 18 years. 41% of ever married women have experienced physical or sexual violence. 11% of ever married men have experienced either form of violence.
Imeni affect sana, kufikiria sana. Unafikiria mbona una imagine kaungechukua kadumpeleke iya inge kutendekea.
Effects of gender-based violence include severe physical injuries, unwanted pregnancies, exposure to HIV and AIDS and other sexual transmitted infections, family disputes, dropping out of schools, suicidal thoughts, and even death.
The mental health of the perpetrator is one of the main reasons. And there are those who were survivors as children. There are those who saw their parents fighting. So when they grow up, they see it as a norm. There are those who've grown up in cultures where they believe if your man beats you, it's a show of love. There's also the mental stability of this person, because there are those who, when they are drunk, they're very violent, but also it shows a sign of underlying issues. Because if someone is very violent, where is this anger coming from? It's a lot of unresolved psychological trauma, unresolved psychological issues. So there's a lot of psychological background that comes with violence. But there are those people who are just law breakers, you know. Because when you see someone who rapes a child, defiles a child to hurt the mother, this is not someone with a psychological problem. This is actually a criminal. You see, that one is a different case. That one is a vengeful person who puts this child in harm's way as a form of revenge.
The Department of Gender is running a campaign, Komesha Thulma, meaning Stop Violence. The goal is to motivate the public to report cases of gender-based violence.
The first thing we can do is sensitization. Start it from school. Let the children know. Let them know if you are defiled right now. If someone even looks at you, talks at you suggestively, it doesn't matter who it is. Your father, your brother, your neighbor, your teacher.
It is never your fault. Speak up and report the case to National Gender-Based Violence Toll-Free Helpline, that is 1195, to the National Police, that is 0800 730 999. The Child Helpline is 116. Together, let us fight gender-based violence.